chosen ones. The Orwellian police state is here. The 1984 Orwellian police state is here. They done put cameras and listening devices in all the newer model vehicles. All the vehicles pretty much that they've been putting all of these like newer like computers and everything inside of them with like the GPSs and all of that, and you know the center like screen on the dash and all of that. All of these newer model cars have like cameras and the flock cameras and the listening devices inside of them. It's all being exposed. Everything's coming out about everything that's been going on the whole time. And I done told you about like how they done been like exposing the camera systems on the roadways they done put up and all of that. And you know, this technology and everything has done gotten to be too much. It's way too much. It's way out of hand. Nothing is normal anymore, and people are crashing out. And if y'all remember, like when I told you, I think I told you back in it was probably back in April or May when I was doing my walking talks and stuff like that at the trail and everything. I was telling y'all, man, I said you got to be careful when it gets hot, during the summertime when it starts to get hot. I said people's gonna be crashing out and acting out, man. Well, I saw in my email, when I went in my email, this post in here from the New York Post. It was on my email about a lady who was doing DoorDash. She was doing DoorDash, and it says DoorDash mom left with skull fractures, brain bleeds after man allegedly follows her and attacks with bat. So the woman, she says, I had multiple skull fractures and brain bleeds, said Christian Phillips. She's a mother of 3, currently recovering in the hospital with a serious brain injury after deputies said she was attacked by a man who beat her with a baseball bat as she was delivering food for DoorDash. Her suspected attacker, Stanley Shockley, 44, is behind bars. The Onslow County Sheriff's Office said the assault happened in broad daylight when the suspect allegedly hunted the woman down and beat her with the bat when she exited her car to drop off food. It all started on August 1st in Jacksonville, North Carolina, as Phillips was stopped in her car at an intersection and was waiting for the driver in front of her to move. Shockley was reportedly behind the wheel when Phillips honked her horn, alerting him to move his car forward. After the honk, the situation took a dangerous turn. The sheriff's office said the vehicle moved out of her way and began following her. Phillips arrived at her delivery drop-off point, carried out the order, and tried to walk back to her car when Shockley allegedly jumped out, attacked her with the bat, then ran off. He came around to my door with a small wooden bat or baton and beat me in the head and face with it, Phillips said in a post on social media. This is the dude right here. So, people is tripping right about now. I already told y'all. She says, I don't remember it at all. I woke up an unverified amount of time later. She said she was able to drive herself to a nearby hospital after the attack. I had multiple skull fractures and brain bleeds and blood and cerebral fluid draining from my left ear for hours. My cheekbone on my left side is also fractured, she said. I guess this is the woman right here, The Onslow County Sheriff's Office confirmed Shockley was arrested on Monday in connection to the incident. He is charged with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, records say. Sheriff Chris Thomas said in a statement, "We understand the public does not see what goes into every investigation, and a case like this can make citizens uneasy. We appreciate the number of tips and leads the public provides us. Our detectives follow every lead carefully, work through the evidence, and continue to pursue answers even when the investigation presents challenges. Their hard work ultimately led them to identify a suspect and make an arrest." So yeah, y'all. So this was in Jacksonville, North Carolina, man. So I mean, it's really going down. And then I saw another dude had made another video yesterday or something about some lady who cut a man off in traffic, and he literally unalived her. He shot her through her passenger, out of his passenger window into her vehicle while they was in traffic. So yeah, so I told y'all, back then, that it was gonna get, on and popping when the heat got to the heads of these NPCs and these zombies, that they were gonna start tripping, and that things were gonna start really like ramping up with with more criminal activity, more people crashing out, more people acting out. It's almost like, man, you better off just to stay in the house right about now at this time. You know what I mean? I hate to say that as much as possible, unless you really have to go out and go do something. And then it's about to storm here right now, so I hear thunder in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that on the video, but anyway, yeah, so if you got to go to the store or do whatever you got to do, just make sure, like I said, before you leave your house, you pray. And then you put on your full armor and read Ephesians 6:10-18 out loud, or just say it in your mind, or just say that in your prayer. Ephesians 6:10-18. I put on the full armor of God or whatever before you leave your house, because it's getting more and more dangerous right about now, chosen ones. And yeah, so it's a lot of things going on right now. Plus, it's the police state. Everything we see is happening with the data collection centers and all of that going on as well, polluting the environment, and there's fires all over the place, earthquakes everywhere, hurricanes brewing in the ocean. I think it's a hurricane about to go to Hawaii. So it's all kind of stuff popping off right now at this moment. It's really judgment time. You know what I mean? I feel like it really is. These devils ain't gonna get away with what they want to do, or I don't know. Maybe they will. I don't know. But I know one thing. I know it ain't gonna last long, because they ain't gonna have the water for the data collection centers. And so it's really time is up for all these devils, and everything is being exposed. Everything is coming out about everything they've been doing. So they've been trying to hide, you know what I mean? And they've been trying to do everything they can to keep hitting us with more distractions, more manufactured crises. So what they want is they want their order out of the chaos. It's like I done told you before, what they do is they create the problem, and then they offer us the solution, and that's what they have been trying to do this whole time. You know what I mean? That's the reason why things would never really get better, why the economy would never get better. And also all this technology and the social media and everything has messed up, people to where they can't even have relationships no more. Relationships are messed up now. It's like everything's just messed up for people. People ain't really trusting nobody no more. That you can't trust nobody no more. It's so much dishonesty, and it's so much selfishness. The love of many has grown cold, like I told you in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3. People have become lovers of themselves rather than lovers of God. It's like they have a form of godliness, but they don't really have the true power of it, because it's fake, it's not real. It's so, even the churches is dead, it's spiritually dead. So there's not really no spirit up in the churches no more, man. So it's like, yeah, you just got to be strong right now, chosen one. You gotta fight. You got to stay in the fight. You got to keep the faith. Know that God is with you. Know that God is with us. God is keeping us. You know, God done brought us through everything. I know God didn't bring me through everything He brought me through, man. You know, He didn't bring me through all of this for no reason, you know. And I didn't survive everything that happened to me for no reason. I know I didn't. With the whole shooting and everything I done told y'all about with the drive-by when they shot up our house on September 25th, 2024. And like I said, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was because of like all the jealousy and envy, and they was hypnotized with hatred. I even made a song about it, Hypnotized with Hatred. That was one of the songs I had made. So they was jealous of my music. They was jealous of everything I was doing for the Most High. You know, they couldn't really see the worth or the value in it. They didn't really want to be a part of it because they couldn't see for all the jealousy. The jealousy had them blind, where all they could see was red. They couldn't see what I was trying to show them, you know. I had even made mentions in my songs, man, you know, about this technology and stuff like that, and about like everything I done told you about the shows with Jesse Ventura, conspiracy theories, and the NSA is spying on you, and your phone is a small tracking device. I had said things like that in my music about that to people, you know what I mean? Like, I would have to play the song for you and everything like that. But, you know, in some of my songs, I had said that. This was back in like 2012, 2013. So I knew it was like I knew what was happening. And I saw like what was coming, you know, way back then. But this is just like all the more proof. I see like these people are posting things about what's going on where like some of their cars, like it was one lady who was talking about she was driving like one of the newer model like 2025 or 2026 Toyotas, and she took her face and looked out the side window or something like that while she was driving, and the car started slowing down while she was in traffic, she said. And she said that she got a notification on the dash saying to make sure her eyes was looking straight or something like that. And so the computers are already like inside the cars that they put in the cars is already like detecting your face and stuff like that and what you're doing, and disconnecting the gas pedal from the from putting gas to the engine while you're driving and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is all like straight out of the book, 1984, you know what I mean? It's almost like, and then we already saw like everything leading up to this, like with all the driverless cars and everything like that, everything run off of the computer and all that, you know what I mean? Like they even had like Uber driverless cars and stuff like that in some of the cities, the bigger cities and stuff. I never seen one or nothing, but I know that people was riding in some of those, and some people had got locked in some of those, and they said it was going around and around in circles, and they couldn't get out because there was a glitch in the computer system. So yeah, that's what they're trying to do. But God, the Most High God, knows everything they're doing. He knows everything they're doing, everything they've been planning. He's been watching them, and he's been watching what they did to us, chosen ones. He knows everything they done did to us. And like I said, they think they got away with what they did to us, you know. And I know they didn't. They could try to cover it up or pay off the officials and everything like that, the ones with the money who been working so hard to destroy you or destroy us. You know, they've been doing everything they could, you know, the monitoring spirits are all around you. Like I know they're across the street. Like when I went out a little bit earlier, I see them under the circus tent. They're still over there, you know, smoking their cigarettes and drinking their Yingling green beers and all of that. So they're over there, they're watching, you know, and they're all hanging out together and stuff like that. They're still doing the same thing. They ain't, you know, that's all they do around here. You know, when I come outside sometimes when I've been in traffic and stuff, or when I'm around town, I can just smell the herb in the air, the greenery, you know what I'm talking about, the weed in the air. I can smell it, you know, So that's all people want to do around here. Nobody really wants to, like, mostly everybody here is still low vibrational. They're still on the same level. They ain't really doing nothing to improve themselves or change from, you know, what they've been doing. It's still the same. So they done showed us who most of them were, you know, the ones who we were around before, that they're not the type that want to put into work. They're not the type that want to pursue positivity or, you know, anything that is like spiritual or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like they don't really want to, you know, pursue any of the things that we want to do with, like, anything spiritual towards the Most High. I mean, if anything they doing is mostly like demonic stuff and stuff like that, or they into criminal activities and things like that, and want to drag you back into it and stuff like that. So, you know, right now it's best for you just to stay alone, just to stay, you know, focused on yourself, focused on, you know, the positive things you can do. Stay focused on the Word of God, you know. Keep doing what you're doing. Keeping the faith, keeping hope alive, you know, because that's all we really got right now is our faith. We know that God is still with us no matter what. We have to endure to the end, man. It's only getting more crazy every day that goes by right now, you know, chosen one. So I'm still here, you know what I mean? I'm still producing my content on my channel and stuff like that here, you know, still letting y'all know that, you know, I'm still staying strong, even though I done been through everything I done been through, and I can't really see where, like, no justice has been served yet to my enemies or anything like that. Like I told y'all, I had to hand them all over to the Most High, and it's been very hard because I've had to let go and heal through all of this. I've had to heal from everything that happened, but I don't trust nobody here no more. And you know, I can't really ever say that, you know, I will ever have anything to do with anybody else here in my fake hometown. And my fake family members, like I said, you know, I done told y'all about them earlier in the previous video. They're all in the Mormon faith, you know, and so, you know, they are in an occult, and I'm pretty sure most of them are still in that, or, you know, or they're still believing in that, and so I can't talk them out of that. I would not be surprised, like I said before, if it wasn't, everything that happened to me wasn't because they tried to sacrifice me. Like, I really haven't really, you know, I think that's what happened though. I think that's the reason why, like, my whole life was a struggle. Like I said before in the other video, man, you know, I feel like that's the reason why everything happened the way it happened. And because of the spiritual warfare, also because I was in a low vibrational state. Like I said before, I wasn't really fully awake, and I lost all that time. You know, I wasted a lot of time on a lot of fake people, you know, and just trying to, like, understand what was going on through, like I said, back in 2016 through 2018, 2019, leading up to the whole thing like that. I was, like, really, like, in a low vibration with low self-esteem because I stumbled, you know what I mean? And I wasn't really, like I said, I didn't have no support. So now, you know, I'm trying to take whatever time I have left right now to still put into work, still put out this content, still keep telling my story, letting y'all know, excuse me, what happened to me, just so that way everybody can know, you know what I mean? Because if I don't get my story out there to people and let them know, and then nobody will ever know, because they done tried, like I said, to cover the whole thing up. to make it like it never even happened. And that's what they're going to start doing with everything, with this whole deep fake technology and everything. They're trying to rewrite history, trying to make it like history never happened. Like if you read the book 1984, it's like they could just change the news whenever they wanted to and make it into whatever they said that it was supposed to be, and then you couldn't think nothing else. What they want to do is they want to think for you, so you can't think on your own. You can't have your own free mind. You can't have your own opinion. They want to take away your choice. They want to take away your rights. And they want you to be pretty much like a robot and do everything that they say and live in a smart city with a smart home, with everything smart, all your technology. And then, you know, they want to control everything and control everyone. And they're going to continue to do what they're doing. They're not going to stop with their plans. And so, you know, none of these politicians can be trusted no more. They're all liars. They're all fake. All of them are fake. None of them is telling the truth to nobody anymore. It's obvious to see, it's plain to see what it is, that they are, you know, going full force, you know, full steam ahead with their 2030 agenda to, you know, reduce the carbon footprint on all the people, and, you know, come up with their SDG, sustainable development goals, and all of that. And y'all could look into all of that. I've already seen where they want to do all that with the UN, the United Nations. But you know, these people, they hide under the cloak of humanitarians and stuff like that, like they're going to save the planet, when really they're the ones who's really destroying the planet. They're spraying us with poison in the atmosphere with the chemtrails. I done told y'all before. You know, they're poisoning the food, they're poisoning the water, they're poisoning the food is fake. Even the food is fake. I saw a video the other day on Mr. MBB333 where a dude was like trying to bend his avocado and it wouldn't break. It was like rubber. So the food is fake. And then Mr. MBB333 had sliced up some potatoes to make with his catfish dinner, and he was like shaking them and they was like rubber. So, you know, like the food is fake. You got to be careful about what you eat. Everything that's in the package in the store is like a lot of it, when you turn it over and look on the back of the box, it says in fine print, contains a bioengineered food ingredient. So it's like a lot of things are being engineered in laboratories. And we already know that, like, Bill Gates wants to feed us bug sandwiches and lab grown meat. So they trying to take away the meat and stuff like that and give us fake meat. And I saw some other people posting videos of some of the meat that's already out there. They probably already done been injected, like the chickens and the cattle with like with the whole thing like that. And so, you know, a lot of people walking around, they got like all different types of metals in their body, which is the reason why, like, I've been taking supplements, you know what I mean, to get rid of metals in your body and stuff like that. Like this stuff right here I've been taking, just so y'all can see, you know, chlorium spirulina, you know, like this stuff right here. You know, I've been taking this and drinking a lot of water. I've been taking other things, whatever I could, because you got to take care of your body and your health and your well-being. And there's even like stuff in the lettuce and the produce and stuff like that. And so, you know, it's getting crazier and crazier, you know, as we progress towards 2030. And I don't know how much longer it's going to be. You know, the time looks like it's really short right about now. The earth, there's fires everywhere. There's earthquakes going off. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, anything could happen right now about this moment. And then we're in the middle of hurricane season. And y'all know it's like September is like, I always hate September, man. It's like that song, Wake Me Up When September Ends, you know, by Green Day or whatever. I don't like September. September is when they shot my house up. September is when they assassinated my Uncle Steve back in 2006 at the fruit stand where he was working. So I don't like September, man. September is when they took the Twin Towers down. I don't like September, man. I don't know what it is about September, but September is always also when a lot of hurricanes pop off and when it's a lot of like different things. And so, you know, it's always something though, you know what I mean? It's like we get past one thing and then we got to go through something else. So, man, we are in the middle of it right now, man. And I mean, like, I'm in the trenches right now. I'm just like, I'm to the point to where I'm just like, I'm being very careful about everything that I do and everybody who I interact with. I would advise y'all, man, to, you know, just stay safe out there. Like I said, man, right now, be prepared for anything spiritually, you know, however you can physically, and stay strong, man. You know, so anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Until the next one, you know, peace, love, light, chosen ones, blessings to you all. Isaiah 41:10, we are not afraid. Psalm 91, we don't have no fear. Psalm 27, we don't have no fear. We're not afraid of none of this. We're gonna ride this out, man. We strapped in, you know, I'm strapped in, ready for whatever, man. Let's get it, you know. All right, till the next one, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace. I'm out.